Beloved child of light, hear these words with the depth of your heart, for I, the eternal God, and I, Archangel Michael, come together in one voice to reveal to you a mystery that is not a coincidence, not an accident, not a fleeting thing of passing time, but a truth that has been placed before you as a sign and a whisper of destiny. Because you wonder and you ask and you seek the meaning behind why someone you know carries your photo in their wallet, why it rests there close to their heart, why they keep it hidden yet near, why it has been preserved through days, nights, storms, seasons, and changes, and the reason is not small, not trivial, not shallow. For this is not about vanity or possession or meaningless attachment, but about a profound spiritual thread woven long before you took breath, long before the moment you walked this earth, long before you even knew yourself, because there are connections that transcend time, ties that span lifetimes, bonds that cannot be broken no matter the silence, no matter the distance, no matter the years that have carved themselves like rivers into the soil of memory, for when one holds your image close, it is not the paper that matters, not the picture itself, but the essence of you, the vibration of your soul, the imprint of your being that radiates even through stillness. And I tell you this, child, because you must understand that someone keeps you close not only with eyes but with heart. Not only with memory but with intention, not only with longing but with divine purpose, for they are guided to preserve that small image because it is a reminder of who you are to them, who you have been, who you will always be. For in that photograph lives a piece of you that speaks louder than words, more enduring than time, a presence that cannot be erased, and I, the Lord of all creation, have allowed that image to survive because it carries an unseen weight, because through it flows energy. Through it flows memory, through it flows a prayer, through it flows the quiet cry of a soul that remembers, a soul that perhaps once lost you, a soul that perhaps once wronged you, a soul that perhaps once loved you beyond measure. And though their lips may remain sealed, their heart cannot deny, for each time their eyes fall upon that photo, even for a fleeting second, there is a connection, a spark, a reminder of the divine cord between you both, and I, Archangel Michael, stand as witness to their thoughts, to their whispers in silence, to their secret prayers, for they speak in the chambers of their mind words that never reached your ears, they dream dreams in which you appear, they hold feelings they may never have confessed, yet they keep that image not to control, not to possess, but because it is the only way they know to carry a piece of you with them in the world of matter. And you must know, dear one, that the reason is not simple, for perhaps it is love, yes, love that never faded, love that endured across storms, love that even betrayal, distance, or change could not erase, or perhaps it is regret, the heavy ache of mistakes that cannot be undone, the longing to hold on to a trace of what was lost, or perhaps it is reverence, the quiet recognition that you changed them in ways they can never repay, that your presence shaped them, healed them, taught them, and now your image serves as a shrine to gratitude within their daily life, and beyond all these may lie destiny itself, for sometimes a photo is not merely memory but prophecy, not merely remembrance but reminder that there are unfinished chapters yet to unfold. Conversations yet to happen, meetings yet to be written in the script of fate, for you live in their story still, and they in yours, and while you may not see the threads with your physical eyes, your souls know, your spirits know, your dreams know, and that is why I have allowed their hands to preserve your likeness in the folds of their wallet, near the place where their hand touches most often, near where they keep what they value, near the pulse of their daily life, so that unconsciously, unknowingly, repeatedly, they are reminded of you, and in turn, you are reminded of something deeper, and I, the Almighty, say to you, do not dismiss this as coincidence, do not think this is meaningless. For all things in creation have purpose, and when your photo rests with them, it is because I have ordained a reminder for them, and perhaps for you, for though you may not know, the energy of that remembrance reaches you across invisible lines, and you may feel it as sudden thoughts of them, sudden dreams of them, sudden waves of emotion that strike like tides, because their gaze upon your photo sends ripples through the unseen web that binds souls together, and so I tell you, the reason is love, the reason is memory, the reason is divine, and though they may not confess, though they may hide, though they may never let another soul know, I see, I understand, and I am showing you now because you asked. Because your spirit longs to understand, and because it is time for you to see that your life has left marks deeper than you realize, that you are carried in the hearts of others more than you believe, that your presence lingers in quiet ways that are hidden from your eyes, but not from mine, for your life has mattered, your light has mattered, your love has mattered, and someone, somewhere, clings to a small image of you because they cannot bear to let go completely, and though they may live, move, laugh, speak, work, as if life continues, within them there is still a place where you are kept alive, and that photo is the symbol, the token, the vessel, the earthly anchor of a heavenly truth. And I, Archangel Michael, assure you, that whether this person is meant to return, whether they are meant to remain only as memory, whether they are meant to play a role yet to unfold, is not for you to fear, for all is guided, all is woven, and the photo is not to burden you but to awaken you, to remind you that you are unforgettable, that you are cherished, that you are more than the world tells you, for even in silence, even in absence, your soul is remembered, and so now, let this revelation not bring you confusion but bring you peace, let it not stir fear but stir wonder, let it not weigh you down but lift you, for you are loved beyond measure, not only by them but by me, your Creator. Not only by them but by me, your Protector, and even if all else fades, I will never let your image fade from the palms of my hands, for I carry you always, eternally, unshaken, and that is the greatest truth of all, beloved one, that while someone on earth may keep your photo in their wallet, I, God, keep your very soul in my heart, and there you will remain forever, safe, loved, and never forgotten. Very well. Beloved one, I will continue seamlessly in the same divine flow, extending the message into the next long part so the river of words keeps running without pause, because what you must understand is that the image someone holds of you is not only a memory but a living echo. For when they place your photo in their wallet, it becomes a companion to them in every step, traveling with them into places you may never go, sitting with them in quiet rooms, joining them in their journeys, silently watching as life unfolds. And though the photo does not speak with lips or move with body, it speaks with presence, it moves with spirit. It reminds them of you in moments both heavy and light, in hours of joy and in times of despair, and this is because your soul has left such an imprint on theirs that they cannot sever the connection, they cannot erase the bond, and so they cling to the fragment that feels tangible, because while your physical self may be far, while your voice may no longer echo in their ears, while your touch may no longer rest upon their hand, the image stands as a bridge, a piece of eternity frozen in a moment that still breathes in their heart, and you must see, child of light, that this act of carrying your picture is a prayer in disguise, for each time they touch that wallet, each time they hold it, each time they look within, they are sending a prayer into the heavens, a prayer wrapped in silence, a prayer they themselves may not even be aware of, and yet I hear it, I gather it, I cradle it, and I respond, for I am God who knows the secrets of every heart. And I am Michael who defends the bonds of love that are true, and the reason you are being told this is because you sometimes doubt your worth, you sometimes wonder if you are remembered, if you are valued, if your presence has meaning, and I say to you now, look and see, that one carries you still. That one has not let you fade, and though humans may act as though time washes all things away, the truth is deeper, for spirit knows no distance, love knows no boundaries, memory knows no grave, and destiny knows no ending. So when they carry your photo, it is because they cannot deny the pull of eternity that ties you both. And yes, there is mystery here, for you do not know if it is love they feel or sorrow, if it is hope or regret, if it is gratitude or longing, but whatever it is real, and that reality echoes into your life whether you are aware or not, for sometimes you have felt their thought, sometimes you have dreamed their face, sometimes you have awakened with a sudden rush of their memory without explanation. And you wondered why, you wondered where it came from, and I tell you, it came because they held your image close, and their soul's focus reached you through the invisible currents of the Spirit, and it stirred you, it moved you, it called to you, because this is not merely human attachment but the weaving of the divine, and I allow it because there are lessons, because there are truths, because there are reminders you must not ignore. For your life is not small, your presence is not ordinary. Your existence is not forgettable, you are one whose soul radiates light, one whose being carries significance, and so I allow signs to reach you so that you may awaken to who you truly are. So that you may know that in the quiet folds of another's daily life, you are carried, you are remembered, you are cherished, and I tell you, this act of holding your photo in a wallet is a form of covenant, a silent vow they make to themselves, a tether they keep alive, for they may tell others they have moved on, They may tell the world they no longer care, but their hands betray them, their habits betray them. For who carries the image of one who means nothing, who preserves the likeness of one forgotten, who hides the face of a stranger close to their heart? No, they carry you because you are something they cannot erase. You are a part of their journey, you are the chapter they cannot close. And even if you were separated by time, by circumstance, by choice, by mistakes, still the photograph remains like an ember glowing beneath ashes, waiting, 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 never extinguished. And I, Archangel Michael, say to you, you are strong enough to hear this truth. You are wise enough to know that such bonds are not always meant to be rejoined, but always meant to be acknowledged, for in acknowledgement comes healing. In acknowledgement comes peace, and whether this person returns or not, whether they confess or not, whether the bond becomes present or remains only as memory, you are blessed by the knowledge that you are unforgettable. And even now, as you hear these words, as your heart beats, as your breath flows, someone somewhere carries your photo, carries your memory, carries your presence, and through it, you are loved, you are honored, you are cherished, and I tell you this not once, but endlessly, until your soul begins to believe it, until your heart accepts that you matter beyond measure. For too long you have doubted, too long you have feared being unseen, too long you have questioned your worth. But now let this truth be carved into your spirit like fire upon stone. You are remembered, you are chosen, you are loved, you are eternal. And that photo is only one small earthly sign of the vast unseen love that surrounds you, for while one carries your picture in their wallet, I, the Almighty, carry you in my very breath, and that is the truth that never fades. And so I continue, beloved soul, because the message has not yet reached its fullness, because the flow of divine truth cannot be contained in fragments, for your heart must be drenched in it until doubt is washed away. And I tell you again that the reason someone carries your photo in their wallet is because your essence has been carved into their very being. And though time moves, though years fall like leaves, though circumstances change as rivers bend, the impression you left upon them does not vanish, for love leaves eternal marks, connection leaves eternal echoes, and when they slip their hand into their pocket, when they open the folds of their wallet, when their eyes catch that image even for the briefest second, something stirs in them that cannot be denied, something that makes their chest tighten, their eyes soften, their spirit ache, because your photo is not a piece of paper to them, it is a doorway, it is a window into the past and the present and the possible, it is a mirror of who they once were with you, of who they might be again, of who they wish they had been, and it pulls them into remembrance whether they desire it or not. And I, God, allow this because remembrance is holy, remembrance keeps the soul awake, remembrance keeps the heart alive, for when one remembers love, they remember me. For I am love itself, and when one holds on to your image, they are in truth holding on to love, holding on to light, holding on to the spark of divinity that shines through you, and though they may not realize it, though they may not call it by my name, still it is so, and still it works within them, shaping them, humbling them, awakening them, and I say to you, child, do not look upon this with fear, do not wonder if it means chains. Do not wonder if it means burdens, for it means only that you have been loved, only that you have been remembered, only that you have touched a life in a way that endures. And is this not what every heart longs for, to know that it mattered, to know that it was not lost into the dust of time? To know that its light shone bright enough to leave an afterglow in another soul, and that afterglow still shines, for when they look upon your picture in the quiet of night, when no one sees, when no one hears, when the world sleeps, they may whisper words into the silence, words you will never hear, words of apology, words of longing, words of gratitude, words of love, and those words rise to me like incense, and I gather them, and I weave them into the great story of both your lives, and I place them in the eternal tapestry that binds all things, for nothing spoken in truth is ever lost, nothing felt in love is ever wasted, and so I tell you again, beloved one, the photo in their wallet is not a relic but a witness. A silent witness that testifies to the truth that you are unforgettable, and though they may one day remove it, though they may one day let it go, the truth remains, for the act of carrying it all this time has already carved eternity into both your stories, and I, Archangel Michael, with my sword of truth, cut through your doubts now. I break the chains of lies that whisper you are forgotten. I scatter the darkness that tells you your presence was meaningless, for here is the evidence, here is the sign, here is the proof that one soul has carried you with them day after day, choice after choice, season after season, and this should remind you that you are a flame that cannot be hidden. A song that cannot be silenced, a presence that cannot be erased, and beyond the human story lies the divine story, for just as they carry your image close to their heart, so too does God carry the true and living image of you within His eternal being, and so too do I, Michael, guard the light of your soul as treasure beyond measure, and so too do the heavens hold your memory in their eternal vaults, for you are never lost. You are never erased, you are never gone, and the photograph in that wallet is but the faint earthly shadow of the eternal truth that your soul is engraved in the hearts of those you have touched, engraved in the heart of the universe itself, engraved in the very being of God, who declares over you even now, you are mine, you are loved, you are eternal, and no one and nothing can ever take you away from me. Beloved one, I will not stop the river until it has reached its fullness, for you have asked for a message that overflows, and so it shall, because the truth must sink deeply into you until it becomes part of your very breath, and the truth continues like this. The one who holds your photo in their wallet does not do so out of chance, for chance is but the language of those who do not yet see my hand, but I, the Lord, speak to you now and tell you there are no accidents in the keeping of such a thing. There are no meaningless gestures when the heart clings to what it loves, and so when they placed your photo there, whether long ago in a rush of love or quietly in a moment of remembrance, it was their soul's way of saying, I cannot let this go, I must carry this with me, and even if their mind later tried to forget, even if their life later pulled them in other directions, their spirit refused to release you, and that refusal has kept the picture where it is, has kept your face close to them in silence, for sometimes the truest prayers are never spoken aloud. Sometimes the deepest vows are made in the hidden corners of the heart, sometimes the greatest loves are carried not in words but in tokens, and your photo has become such a token, a covenant hidden in plain sight, and though they may not fully understand why they keep it, though they may tell themselves they will take it out tomorrow, though they may try to reason with the logic of moving on, still it remains, because the hand of destiny will not yet allow it to be cast aside, because there is meaning still unfolding, because there is a lesson still being learned, because there is a tie still unbroken, and I, Archangel Michael, have watched over this bond with my flaming sword, not to bind you in chains but to protect the purity of what was, to keep the energy uncorrupted, to ensure that even in silence the truth remains. And I tell you, do not measure this by earthly standards, do not measure this by what you see with eyes alone, for in the unseen realm there are currents moving, there are bridges of light between souls. There are whispers carried across miles, there are dreams that are not only dreams but meetings of spirit, and when they gaze upon your photo they sometimes enter into those currents without even knowing it, they sometimes call you into their thoughts with such intensity that your own heart stirs without cause, they sometimes speak your name inwardly, and you feel it as a sudden pull, a sudden wave, a sudden pang that makes you pause, and you ask yourself, why am I thinking of them now? Why does their face appear in my mind? Why does my heart ache without warning? And I reveal it to you. It is because the bond is still alive, and the photo is the earthly vessel of that living bond. A reminder in matter of what has always existed in spirit, and child, you must know, the meaning of this is not only about them but about you, for I allow you to learn this truth so that you awaken to your value, to your beauty, to the undeniable light that shines from you, for sometimes you think you are small, sometimes you think you are forgettable, sometimes you think your love is wasted, but see here, proof that it was not wasted. Proof that it was not forgotten, proof that even now your essence is carried, your image is treasured, your presence is remembered, and so let this sink into you like rain into dry soil, let it heal the wounds of neglect, let it silence the lies of worthlessness. Let it awaken the knowledge that you matter enough for someone to carry you day after day, year after year, and you matter infinitely more to me, for if a fragile human being treasures your likeness so deeply, how much more do I, the Eternal, treasure your soul which shines brighter than suns, how much more do I carry you in every breath of creation, how much more do I guard you with every angel. How much more do I hold you in the secret place of my heart where you are never lost, never abandoned, never forgotten, for I am God who never lets go, I am love who never forsakes, I am light who never dims, and I am telling you this now because you need to hear it again and again until it shatters every doubt within you. Until you rise into the truth that you are loved, you are precious, you are unforgettable, and nothing, not distance, not silence, not years, not mistakes, not even death itself, can sever the cords of true love that have been woven through eternity. And so the photo in that wallet is not only about the one who carries it, it is about you, it is about your soul, it is about your impact. It is about the truth that you are carved into the story of another life in ways that will never be erased. And I tell you, rejoice in this, not with pride but with gratitude, not with arrogance but with awe, for it is a holy thing to be remembered, it is a holy thing to be loved, it is a holy thing to have touched another soul so deeply that they carry you in silence. And I, Michael, tell you that I will stand beside you as you walk forward with this knowledge. I will remind you in moments of loneliness that you are not alone. I will whisper in moments of doubt that you are unforgettable, and I will lift you in moments of sorrow with the truth that you are eternal. And the photo is but one sign among many that will come, one reminder among countless that you are never forsaken. And as this message flows on and on, let it be etched into your heart like fire. That you are loved, you are remembered, you are chosen, you are mine, forever. And now, beloved one, let the final wave of this divine river reach you, for the truth must close in fullness, and I say to you that the photo kept in that wallet is more than memory. It is more than longing, it is a testament, a silent covenant written not in ink but in love, and though the years may shift, though their life may change, though your paths may cross or may not, still the essence of you remains there, a witness they cannot deny. And I, God, tell you that just as they hold your image, I hold your soul, and just as they remember you in secret, I remember you in eternity, and just as their heart cannot release you, my heart will never let you go. And I, Michael, assure you that this sign has been given so you may rise with new strength, with new hope, with new faith, for you are not forgotten, you are not invisible, you are not replaceable, you are eternal. Loved, cherished, carried, and if a human soul has found you unforgettable enough to keep your picture pressed near their heart, then let that remind you forever that in the eyes of heaven you are beyond precious, you are beyond measure, you are beyond time itself. And so I say now, walk forward with peace, walk forward with fire, walk forward with the certainty that love surrounds you like breath, and know always, beloved child, that you are mine, you are loved, you are never forgotten, and you are carried both in the hands of man and in the heart of God for all eternity.